There we go, YouTube. Facebook land. Agree or disagree? It's time for Black people to start. Do you agree that most Black people can't afford to start businesses? Or do you think, like me, Black families can't afford not to start a business? What's going on, Mo? Monique, what's going on? See you in a couple days, Queen. Hey, if you want to throw an event together, I was thinking about doing one actually. Black Wealth Movement Meet and Mingle, Crown Plaza Hotel, 8 p.m. Saturday night. Meet and mingle with the Black Wealth Movement, Saturday night, Crown Plaza Hotel, 8 p.m. I just didn't get a chance to throw an event, but yeah, I'm gonna get the event together. Thank you, Queen. Thank you, Queen. Yeah, I couldn't have done it without you guys, man. A lot of hard work. The team award for making that happen. All right, I'll do an event sometime today and get the word out that, you know, we'll do a meet and mingle at the Crown Plaza Hotel. Said, dang, sure can't afford to continue to do nothing. Man, tell me about it, man. Let me share this over to my page real quick, and then we'll get started. Let me see who we got on YouTube as well. Man, this thing, man, it's getting ridiculous, man. I looked at some stats on this, man, to see, you know, so I'm going to share some stats with you guys as well. But let me just get this shared over to my page. You guys know the price of admission for checking out the live stream is to hit the share button, man. You know, I get charged with talking about the same old stuff over and over. Yeah, because I mean, we just got to, man. There's just not enough of us doing well enough for us to not have this conversation every day, right? So my goal is to make you think and to do something. And hopefully, if you think about something long enough, you will eventually take action. So hit the share button for me real quick. Let me jump out on YouTube and see who we have. And I'm gonna share some statistics with you. You tell me what you think when we're done. I think one of the problems that we're having is we just think wrong when we think business, right? Most of us, well, let's officially get started. For those who don't know me, I am H. Cortez, also known as the financial health mentor to the Black community. And I do my best to bring practical, proven wealth building strategies to working men and women all over this great nation of ours. I am more solutions oriented. Every now and then I have to bring up the problems that we're facing. So I'm going to share some statistics with you guys that are just not the best for us. And I'm going to make the case as to why Black people can't afford not to start businesses, right? Some people, I get it, or Cortez, you keep saying everybody needs to start a business. I got a video out where one of the a pretty wealthy gentleman was talking about, appreciate that, Cedric. Appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, man. I learned a lot from you, bro. So this is a collaborative effort, man. So I appreciate that. But one of the videos out is a very wealthy guy on Fox News, and he's talking about why the new tax code is going to benefit wealthy people so much. And I have all kinds of people on that stream just talking about just dogging the system and all of this stuff. And I'm like, man, why worry? Why do you keep dogging the system? When has complaining about the system ever changed the system, right? When has complaining about the system ever changed the system? So my retort is, hey, man, we just need to go ahead and start our own business, and then we can take advantage of the system and not worry about these changes affecting us negatively. And everybody jumped down my throat like, Cortez, everybody can't start a business. I'm like, yes, they can. In fact, everybody needs to start a business, because if you're just complaining only, that's not going to change anything, man. Appreciate that, Erica. I appreciate that. I love the memes and the GIFs you were putting in the group as well. A lot of people are just saying, Cortez, everybody can't start a business. I'm like, yeah, everybody can start. Cortez, I can't afford to start a business. Yes, you can afford to start a business, right? Problem is, what they're saying is, Cortez, I don't want to grind from zero and build a business, right? That's what they're saying. They're not saying I can't afford to start a business. What they're saying is, I don't want to grind and build a business, because it doesn't cost a whole lot of money to start a business, right? Domain name, $10, $12, right? EIN from the IRS website, $0, right? Fictitious name, $8 in Missouri. It might be $8 to $15 depending on the state, right? LLC, couple $100, man. People are saying they're saying I can't afford to start a business, but what I'm really hearing them say is, I don't want to grind and put in the work. I don't want to grind and put in the work to build a business, because it doesn't cost you anything to start a business. It costs energy, effort, blood, sweat, and tears to build a business. And that's what Black people don't want to do. And that's why we're struggling. Right? Says, thanks, brother. I'm enjoying this. God bless you. Thanks, Denzel. Appreciate you for tuning in. And you know your price of admission for tuning in, right? What's the price of admission, you guys? You got to share the stream. That's the price of admission. And if you have a business or a brand that you're building, comment that in the chat as well as the city that or state that you're tuning in from. So let us know where you're tuning in from, but also the name of the business or brand that you're building as well. Yeah, a lot of people are saying I can't start. What they're saying is I don't want to build a business. That's what they're really saying, is because it takes energy, it takes effort, it takes putting your neck out there, it takes you putting yourself in position to get mocked and laughed at if you try to start a business and it doesn't go anywhere, right? So are there any Black-owned social media outlets? There are a few. There are a few. I was on, I can't think of the name of the one yet, but there are a few. Do a search on Black-owned social media networks. There are a few having trouble getting some traction, but there are a couple of them out there that we could be having this conversation on as well. So I'm gonna give you my case. I'm gonna lay out a case as to why Switzerland. Okay, appreciate that, Denzel. Black Wealth Movement has been getting a lot of traction internationally, so I appreciate that. And it's just not Blacks in America, it's Blacks all over the globe, especially those who are in capitalist countries who follow a model similar to the United States. You should absolutely have a business. So let me pull up some stats and just kind of give you what we're dealing with here in the United States, right? It says Custom Creations, your premier event planner of Mid-South from Memphis, Tennessee. Okay, I appreciate that, Custom Creations. So why do I keep stressing that Black folks should have a business of their own in 2018? Here are some statistics that I want you to check out. So this is from blackdemographics.com. And these are stats from 2014. They haven't come up to 2018 yet. But these are poverty stats. 27% of all African-American men, women, or children are living below the poverty level. That's compared to 11% of all Americans. So more than double the amount of Americans in general living in poverty. You have 27% of Black folks living in poverty. Money and Financial Matters with Big John Ray from Phoenix, Arizona. Appreciate that, Big John. So 27% of us are living in poverty here in America. An even higher percentage, 38% of all Black children are living in poverty, right? And that's compared to 22% of children. So again, that number normally almost doubles when you're talking about Black children living in poverty as compared to all other Americans, right? Poverty rate for single Black women, 26%. And this is working age Black women from 18 to 64, 26%, and then 21% of working men are working. I want y'all to get this. I want y'all to get this. These are people who are working age, and a lot of them are actually working jobs that pay them less and got them living on in the poverty realm. So 26% of Black women, 21% of Black men, right? What about poverty according to structure? Get this, because I'm gonna tie all this together and why business makes sense. Poverty rates for Black families are based on family type. 23% of all Black families live below the poverty level. However, only 8% of Black married couples with families are living in poverty. I want y'all to understand something, man, that's happening. 23% of all Black families are below the poverty line, right? But only 8% of married couples, that's two-income households, in most cases, are below the poverty line. See what happens when we allow a tax on the Black family to destroy and break up the Black family. What happens when you take a Black family and you break it up? Then the amount of families living below the poverty line from a married couple goes to 23%. What happens when that poverty rate increases to 23%, increases to 21%, 26%, 38% of all children living in poverty? That produces crime. When you're living in poverty and you're in impoverished situations, that creates crime. What does crime then do? It creates our boys and girls in the justice system, right? So now we're doing time because we're doing crime. So now that further destroys the fabric of the Black family. And it's that missing Black family fabric that's causing a lot of other effects. So it's like one of those things where it's like, sometimes you know specifically where to attack an enemy, and then everything else falls apart just because you concentrated your efforts on attacking that one area. And what is the one area that the Black family, Black people are under attack the most? It is the Black family structure. You know why? Because family is the cornerstone of nation. You can't get a Black nation to rise up if you destroy Black families. So everything that is put out for Black people to consume is destructive to Black families. I want you to think about that. Everything that is marketed to Black people for consumption, about 90% of it is destructive to the Black family structure. And as long as that remains the case, they don't have to focus any attention anywhere else. Just keep the Black family structure in turmoil. Keep the Black family structure crumbled and falling apart. Keep the Black family structure divided. Keep the Black family structure ignorant about money, and we don't have to worry about the uprising of a Black nation. Right? Now, that's just poverty in general. Let me talk about some statistics for as income. This is income. Let me go back up here. This is income. The median household income for Blacks in America, $35,000. Now, this statistic ended again in 2014. It might be up to around $40,000, but just follow me here. Black median household income, $35,400. All other races, $53,600. So almost $20,000 more in those households versus Black households, right? It says all Black workers in 2015 weekly earnings, $624 per week compared to $803 per week, all other races. Black men weekly earnings, $650 a week. All other men earnings, $889 a week. right? Black women earnings, $608 a week. All other women, $721, right? So we're in a situation